that niko naoma, but God is my King. Praise Jesus. And I just feel blessed this morning. I take this opportunity to thank even Bishop and the entire church that he saw it was good for me to stand before God's people this morning and deliver the message. Not that I'm qualified more than you, but because there's a reason by God Himself. Praise be to God. And if only God can enable us to know His will in our lives. Praise be to God. If only God can open our eyes for us to understand His will in our lives. I thank God again for giving me life. Many are foreign then. With the little many years I have on the base of the earth, it has taken God. And I don't take anything for granted. When I move around and have my day, I give God all the credit. Praise be to God. Some are hospitalized this morning. Some are mad. They can't understand where they are, their lives, their selves. But this morning it's a privilege that I have sound mind. Praise be to God. Many times when I reason within myself, I tell God to help me to be grateful. Many times we look upon the things we desire in lives and we have not yet achieved, and it's like we become a bother in the presence of the King. But I've told God to help me to learn to give God glory. Praise be to God. Amen. Just to be grateful despite what. Praise be to God. And it's good. Hallelujah. And this morning I want to be long on my feet. I just want to speak briefly on a message titled To Do God's Will. To do God's will. Let me start by saying, unfortunately, there is such a great mixture in the church. We have not separated ourselves from the world. And many times we find ourselves walking the walk of the world, doing the pressures of the world, and God is not happy. Was it on Thursday I was listening to Hope station, and there was a lady, she's a singer, and now this lady saying that because you have been neglected for a long time, she has seen to bring what the church calls worldly in the church, to bring back you in the church. And she continues to say, in her song and her dances, the church can see a lot of worldly. But she has done this to bring youth in the church. But since our salvation began, the message of cross has never been decorated. Since salvation began, the way of salvation is not decorated. God has called man, a sinful man, to repent. And when we trace back the walk, even the children of Israel, every time God was specific come out of them and be separated. But it's unfortunate now that we borrow worldly things back in the church. God is not happy. This morning, if only God can help us, that as much as we enjoy salvation, as much as we walk in this walk, let us reflect back that we have been picked out of them to walk in God's ways. And I felt I was not worried to listen to the conversation until then, and I switched the radio. Praise be to God. My friends, we are living in major times. And Paul, writing, the Bible speaks clearly that at times Satan transforms himself as an angel of light. And we are living in such end of the end times that even that which has a mark of destruction is again brought to the holy place. Let's try some time and go through the Bible. We see even prophets of the old. Many times they were sent to the children of Israel. It doesn't matter how you wash an item, how you wash a garment, how much you prepare something. If it is not prepared in God's way, it has a mark of destruction. And brethren, let us fix our eyes unto Jesus, who is the author and the finisher of our lives. Lest we find ourselves dropped out. Let's turn our Bibles to the book of Psalm 143. And try to see some things and some steps where God has set for His people. If there is a spiritual man in the days we are living in, is living in tears. If there is a knowledgeable man in terms of godly things, they are living in tears. When we see the movement of the people of God, when we see the lifestyle of the people of God, then without that, there is smell of death. Psalms 143, verse 10, if somebody is there, you can help us to read it. And God will bless you together with us as we continue in this brief study.
Psalms 143,
verse 10.
Verse 10, read, teach me to do your will, for you are my God. Your spirit is good. Lead me in the land of uprightness.
Praise be to God. Teach me to do thy will, for thou art my God. Thy spirit is good. Lead me into the land of uprightness. This is David making a prayer or else a conversation before the Lord. After knowing by himself he can't, he's weak, he's flesh, he has his own weaknesses, and he has problems in his life. Then he goes before the Lord and tells God, teach me. And everyone who is willing to be taught by the teacher, then they should train themselves to submit to the same. Praise be to God. There's no way you can say you yield yourself to a teacher and you lack submission to the steps he has taught, then teaching will be useless. But if we yield ourselves to be taught and to walk in the ways wherein we are taught, then the teachings will bear fruit in our lives. Praise be to God. So David says, teach me to do thy will, for thou art my God, thy spirit is good. Lead me into the land of uprightness. Not just any other land, but a land where God you are known. A land where you are king. A land where Jehovah you can be identified. And as I have seen, unfortunately, the current church, we who are calling ourselves Christian, we will not yielded ourselves to such prayers before God. We can do anything to earn living. We can do anything to achieve our goals. We can do anything to fulfill our vision and have our desires met. This is not God's will. David tells God, lead me in the land of uprightness. Praise be to God. Now God teaches us in 3 ways. First, God will teach us through His Word. Praise be to God. When we take God at His Word, then He will teach us. And through meditation and understanding, we will know God, we will know His ways and His way in our lives. Secondly, God will teach His people through illumination. He illuminates our mind. He drops ideas, knowledge, wisdom in our mind, that we may walk in His ways, in obedience and respect. And then He brings it in our hearts and makes us to obey. It's like He lights His word in our hearts, and by His own way, He causes us to obey. Praise be to God. There's a portion in the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 47. If somebody is there, help us to read. Luke 12, verse 47.
And that servant,
Yes?
and that servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did accordingly to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes.
Praise be to God. We've many times encouraged ourselves that we are living in dispensation of grace and we are serving a God with full mercy and grace. Yes, I understand. But the Bible tells us and reminds us that the servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his way, shall be beaten with many stripes. It is upon every saint, it's upon every Christian, it is upon me and upon you to seek to know God's will. Lack to know God's will by itself is a sin. Lack to do what God desires of us, it is a sin. So there is no hiding place. And everything is given to us that we believe and walk in God's ways. And that's why many times we talk of the justice of God. Because in times of judgment, God will revise His word. Psalm says that He has exalted His word higher than His name. Through the name of Jesus, demons are rebuked and they go. Healing and miracles are performed. But much more He has exalted, He has elevated His one higher than His name. So in days of judgment, God will refer to His word. Praise be to God.
Amen.
Are you prepared to withstand the judgment of God? Now to Him, that master, only the master's will and did not, he shall be beaten with the many stripes. Praise be to God. It is upon us, my friends, again to see, to know God's will in our lives. Vincent also wrote and said that knowledge without obedience is lame, and obedience without knowledge is blind. And we must never hope for acceptance when we offer the ring and bride to God. Praise be to God. That obedience, knowledge without obedience is lame, and obedience without knowledge is blind. And before God, we must not at any time offer, that is, lame and blind. Lame and blind, that is. So God expects of every man of God, of every priest, of everyone sanctified by the blood of His Son, that we have knowledge and wisdom and know what God requires of us when we go before Him to offer a sacrifice. When we refer in only times, in the times of Bible, God desired before Him a perfect sacrifice. Every imperfect sacrifice, no matter how bad it was not acceptable before God. And now in our time, He is telling us, He's reminding us that when we lack knowledge, when we lack wisdom in His presence, then our sacrifice before Him is lame and blind. Then we must possess knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as we go to offer sacrifice before God. All else, our sacrifice will be our sacrifice, not for our God. Praise be to God. Somebody open with me in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15, verse 21. Starting from 19, my Bible says that is Deuteronomy chapter 15, from verse 19, that all the firstling males that come of thy arm and of thy flock thou shalt sanctify unto the Lord thy God. Thou shalt do no work with thy firstling of thy bullock, nor swear thy firstling of thy sheep. Thou shalt eat it before the Lord thy God, year by year, in the place which God. Thou shalt eat it before the Lord thy God, year by year, in the place which the Lord shall choose. thou and thy household. And if there be any blemish therein, as if it be rain or brine, or have any ill blemish, thou shalt not sacrifice it unto the Lord thy God. Praise be to God. There is a vacuum in the heart of a man. And if God fails by our own standards to fill the vacuum, then this vacuum will not remain empty. It will be filled by the dark world. And this vacuum always yearns to sacrifice. Now, in Deuteronomy, we are given standards of how God desires sacrifices to be done. And now he says that every ring and blind and spottish sacrifice was not acceptable before God. And as we have read earlier in this portion, when we lack knowledge, when we lack wisdom, when we lack to understand God's will in our lives, then our sacrifices are ring and blind, which are not acceptable before God. So it means our preparation before we take our sacrifice before God. Praise be to God. Let's turn again in the book of Romans. Romans chapter 8. From verse 1, if somebody is there. Romans chapter 8, from verse 1. Yes?
There is therefore no condemnation.
Yes.
Those who are in Christ Jesus, who do not walk according to the flesh, but according to the Spirit.
Praise be to God. The Bible says, there is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Christ Jesus, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. And number 2 says, for the law of the Spirit of life in Christ Jesus have made me free from the law of sin and death. Praise be to God. Let's allow God's Spirit to lead and guide us in our lives. If we call ourselves part of God's kingdom, if we call ourselves part of heirs of His kingdom and coming life, then let us, as much as we can, be ready to be led by the Spirit of God. We are bound to live for God, and we are inclined and enabled to good by the sanctifying of the Spirit. Praise be to God. Everything it is provided unto us. We are sanctified by the Spirit of God. And not only being sanctified, but there is that Spirit dwelling within us. After sanctification, it is given in our hearts. Then everything we need to work and to live an Elijah's life and to walk in perfect will of God is within us. Praise be to God. It is upon us. Somebody open with me the book of Nehemiah, chapter 9, verse 20. Nehemiah 9, 20. So put it there, Nehemiah 9, verse 20.
You did not withhold your hand from their mouth, and you gave them water for their thirst.
Again,
You gave them your true spirit to instruct them. You did not withhold your manna from their mouth, and you gave them water for their thirst.
praise be to God. Nehemiah is saying that God has given us the spirit for instruction and His good and righteous. Praise be to God. So every walk before us, there's an instructor. And what we've been called to is obedience. Praise be to God.
Hallelujah.
Instructor tells you go straight, you are bound to go straight. But unfortunately, we are not willing to obey the instruction of the Spirit of God in our lives. We are walking by our own standards and by our own life, of which God is not happy. Then, Mark Henry says that we should desire to be learned and kept safe in heaven, not only because it's a land of blessedness, but because it's a land of uprightness. It's a perfection of grace. Praise be to God. That we are not desiring this work because there is heaven, but because there is all uprightness and perfection of grace. Praise be to God. Time has come for us, church. Again, we go back to where we started. Time has come for us, people of God. We look where we lost our footsteps. Because if we have our minds sober, we can foretell. We can tell. We have seen it, and it is happening. That is that mission of war in the church. Man by nature is crippled and blind. He cannot go upright unless he be led by a spirit. By your own, you can't make it. Jesus, being Son of God, the Bible tells us that when He left the Spirit of the grace of glory, walking on this face of earth, most of His time He was filled by the Spirit. He could not do His Father's way minus the guidance of the Spirit. He could not perform miracles minus the Spirit of God. He could not please His Father minus the Spirit of God. Who are we to perform that which is acceptable before God minus the Holy Spirit? And Ephesians has reminded us many times that the Spirit of God is gentle. When we walk against the orders of the Spirit, He departs. And what is left with us is experience. And experience will not guide us to eternity. Praise be to God. Why have we remained in our own ways for that long? Hosea chapter 7 God speaks of Ephraim. He tells Ephraim is unturned cake. That there's gray area here and there, but he can't understand it. And he has mixed himself with the world. And even his strength is going away. It's taken. And church, right now we've reached like that times of Ephraim, who God from heaven above saw a man in that time who could have understood who he was and walk accordance to God's will. But unfortunately, Ephraim was at that time mixing himself with the world. How are we in present time? Praise be to God. How are we living in our present time? Many times when I start to speak, I usually tell people, these heavens we speak about, there is an owner. It's not ours. Will only be ours if we follow the foundations of the King. When we fail to follow the foundations, then we'll be cast out. And Matthew says there will be gnashing of teeth. And unfortunately, we've been a long time going through the right things in the Bible, and so it was a story. But God is coming to fulfill His word. So very soon. Stories were spoken to us in days past. And we felt as though the coming back of the Lord Jesus was very far. But now we have seen, we have heard, we have read, and we have all knowledge that Christ is at hand. It is upon us to come back to our senses, lest we be cast out where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. What shall it benefit man to have the world and to lose your soul? Matthew tells us, seek first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and all these things shall be granted unto you. Why is it that we have gone so far to achieve precious of the world, and we have left the fountain of life? Why is that we have kept for us standards, and we have forsaken the standards of our King and our Lord? Why is it that we have made our own ways and laws our path to follow, and we have left the path that leads to eternity? Church, time has come for us again to reason within our mind and come back to God. And as it was in those days, message was preached, but it only benefited the hearers if they only kept that which was spoken. For Jesus speaking in the book of John chapter 8, he says that to the Jews who believed, praise be to God, they became His disciples. And to us, we will only be saved from love and condemnation if only we live our own standards and again walk in the walk of God. Paul in Galatians says, who has bewitched you, that having started in the spirit, now you are ending in the flesh. I thought what happened at what time was happened for our learning. That we, through grace, we should not fall in the same trap. But now after learning and knowing the steps of the children of Israel, how God delivered them from bondage to the land of promise, after they were delivered, even having not achieved and retained what God promised for them, they started walking their own walk. And this is the age of the church currently. When we started, we yielded ourselves to follow God. And everyone from God we receive with eagerness and obedience. But some steps further tukazoeana na neno la Mungu. Now we are living like just to live. God is not happy. That's why Paul is talking to Galatians, unbewitched. That I saw a mark of perfection when you started. I saw your walk was perfect. And every other people will learn from you. Why is it that after walking steps in the like manner, now you are walking crooked ways? And God is not happy. It is upon us, church, it is upon us, people of God. Again, we come back to God. Praise be to God. Bearing in mind, after the fall of Adam and Eve, the first thing when God speaks to his people, he speaks separation. When God visits his people, every moment, God speaks to his people, separation. Separate, come, and I'll be your God. And you'll be my people. Praise be to God. God bless you. Let us see our Sunday light. Thank you, Jesus.